Solitude, the situation of being alone without other people. Photography, after all, can be a lonesome existence at times, and that's often by choice. Spoiler, don't mind it in the slightest. So last week I talked about imposter syndrome, and I cannot stress the support, the feedback that I got for that video, and I wanted to expand on that this week by talking about how I combat imposter syndrome, and it's by getting out either early in the morning or late in the evening when it's just me, absolutely no one else around. It's a lovely time of the year where the days are nice and long. As well, as I've touched on in the past when I'm recording YouTube videos, I don't like doing it when other people are around. Not that they probably care what I'm doing it in the first place, but I still get in my head, feel a little bit awkward, a little bit self-conscious, a little bit embarrassed. So they probably don't care what I'm doing, like I don't care what they're doing, really. When the days get longer like this, we miss out on the sunrises, which is one negative. But the days are longer, we get more light to play with. I can get out, and it's just me with nature and the bird song. And I can't think of anything more calming, anything more peaceful than getting to enjoy that. Where I'm standing today, I wanted to just pause to take stock of where I am, because this scene might not look much in the background, but it's one I've always loved coming back to time and time again. You see, one of the first times I ever came out here, there's a house just over my left-hand shoulder, up on the ridgeline, surrounded by the trees. You might be able to see it off in the distance. The first time I came here, this house, this ridgeline, these trees in the background, I was shrouded by some lovely low mist, some lovely low fog. It was just perfect, created the perfect composition. Of course, I made sure I had to capture it. It's been one of my favourite images since. Ever since, though, I've been back here, never been able to capture anything quite like it. Of course, it's one of those spots, like I've said in the past, whenever I come here, or whenever I go to a certain location, I've always got to capture a composition. Whenever I'm there, see if I can do better, see what I can capture when I'm there. I know I'll never do better from that first shot I managed to capture. But it's a perfect example, really, because you know me, I always head out, I always try and see if I can get the perfect image, the perfect shot, like when I went to Elmley Ferry, when I went to that wreck, trying to get sunrise at high tide. Sometimes, though, you can get the perfect shot when you're least expecting it, just by being there at the right moment in time. Sometimes you just know it won't ever happen again, so we've got to make the most of it. Talking like this, I probably sound like a right miserable so-and-so, proper loner, doesn't like the company of other people, and can't get me more wrong. It's great being to enjoy and share this hobby with other photographers. I just find myself going out to spots where there's not too many people, and I'm sure that'll be different when I go to the Peak Districts. I'm sure when I head to more popular spots, that's when I'll see more crowd, and I'll have to get used to maybe talking to you in front of other people. We'll see how we get on there. When I went to Kingswood recently, actually, I ran into another photographer, actually a photographer that I knew from Instagram. It was brilliant because we were able to explore the bluebells together. I was able to get his ideas on how he shot them, got to see potential compositions that I wouldn't normally see myself, really. So there's loads and loads of pros about going out with other photographers. One reason why I've always tended to go out on my own is it dates back to when I used to travel a lot in my 20s. Every summer I'd go somewhere new, go out on my own, travel the world. And the reason I loved doing it on my own with no one else around was because I could go out, do what I wanted, not have to worry about whether other people were enjoying themselves. I could just focus on myself, and it's sometimes the same as that with my photography. So you see, there's pros and cons, really, just like anything, everything. Nothing's ever really black and white these days. But for me, It's one reason why I like to get out on my own. I can come out, if I want to shoot during sunset, I can do. I can stay as long as I want, head home whenever I want. If I think that nothing's happening and I want to move on to somewhere else, I can do that on a whim. And of course, there's also the downside to that, because there's been times when I'll see a magnificent sunrise or a magnificent sunset, and I'm out there enjoying it all on my own. You just think to yourself, this is a special moment. I wish I could be sharing this with somebody else who's appreciating this moment, this light, this single moment in time, just as much as I'm enjoying it, really. Okay, so the light in that direction, it's not exactly the best. So what I'm going to do and change my plan. This is the thing, you can come out as a photographer, you have the best plans in the world, but if the light doesn't work for you, you've got to be able to change, you've got to be able to adapt nice and quickly. So I've got another location down this way, a little bit of a walk away. I can head to, hopefully end the evening, get a nice sunset, almost said sunrise. I'm too used to shooting in the morning. But this is the beauty of coming out on my own and having no one else around me. I can make these quick decisions, I can alter my plans at will, and no one else to worry about, really. I think I'm making the right decision walking in the opposite direction, because if I swing you round, you can see that the sun is going off, it's going down in that direction. So instead of shooting away from sunset and getting all the colours in the sky, hopefully that way, and shoot dead on right towards sunset. And our main focal point is going to be this church. If this church doesn't work out, we've got all this countryside around us. We've got all this canvas to work with, so much to shoot. We're spoilt for choice here. I might be unlucky because if the cloud keeps coming this way, it might get covered. At the moment, we've just got a few bits of colour. As the sun goes down. The sun's just dropping right between the trees now. You might be able to see it, or just below the cloud and just above the trees now. So it won't be long until our sunset, our golden hour light show starts. I've come down to this particular church. I would say I've stumbled across it. I would say I've never shot it before, but I've shot it from the hillside, just to the right. Never come down to this particular spot though, where we've got the church hidden amongst the trees. And we've got the countryside just leading out, just ever so nicely, in and around us. The light's just going behind the trees. We've got this pathway which just acts. Is this going to act when you see the final shot? Let me know down in the comments. Is this going to kind of act as a distraction? It's going to lead you away from the church rather than towards it. I'm not quite sure, but hopefully we'll have enough sky, we'll have enough drama what we're shooting on. At the moment I'm at ISO 640, which with aperture of f8 and B there. As Thomas Heaton mentioned in his last video, I love shooting at f8. I tend to get everything nice, a nice amount of detail, a nice amount of sharpness before I start softening up with the clarity and texture back in a Lightroom. But f8 and B there, I'm being there in the moment, like he suggested in his recent video. And that gives me a shutter of 1/125th of a second. Perfect if I'm shooting handheld. Let's go down to ISO 100 again, leaving the aperture at f8. Might change that to f9, f11. I'll see how much I get in focus with this. And that brings me down to 1/30th. Make sure I get enough in the shadows. 1/20th, 1/10th of a second for this shot. But I think, looking at the colour in the background, I best get on and start shooting, because I don't want to miss. I don't want to keep talking and miss out on capturing the moment itself. I think that is the best I'm going to be able to achieve with the weather, with the light we've got on offer this evening. I'm going to head back to the car, head back home and enjoy the rest of my evening. So I'm going to end the video here. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Type something out in the comments, let me know what you thought. I'll always make sure I reply to each and every message. If you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather not. I hope you've enjoyed this video though. You take care, and I'll see you on the next one. It's bye from me.